Alright, here we are for another track guide. This time we're at Richmond. Second time we've been here, I believe. I know I skipped Michigan, but I'm gonna forget about Michigan because it was such a bad week for me. Anyways, keys to the race car. Number 1, tires. I know it's been a while since we had tire wear, but well, at least I'm here with the track guides. Yeah. Number 2, typical short track stuff. You're gonna see a lot of dive bombs, idiots, spins, cautions, wrecks. Maybe depends who you're racing against. But if you saw the video way back in the spring, you'll know what I'm talking about. Same thing still applies. So number 3, I guess, is still touching on the same thing. Short track stuff. You get the point. I guess turn 1, you can lose the rear end. Maybe that's something you can think about, and it's kind of easy to spin out of 4. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get to pit road and talk about the lap. Alright, making our way to pit road. We're going to downshift the minute we break into 3, downshift to 3rd, and again down to 2nd. All the way down to 40 miles per hour at the yellow cone, which is right here. If you miss it, you're probably going to die, so don't do that. Let me fast forward this because it takes forever. Here's where the pit speed limit ends. You can accelerate up to the green cones. Keep it under the yellow line because we're waiting for the blue cones on the back straightaway, which you'll see right about here. And once you go over that, you can tell I got sideways, and you're good to go. Onto the lap. Alright, usually I show the second lap because it's usually quicker, but this time the first lap was. So we're going to use that at 22.4, even though I butchered the last corner. Fixed setup, fixed weather. Changes I made were steering ratio to a 2.64, which might be the default, I'm not sure. Master cylinders. I went up 1 click on the front and 2 on the rear. And 49% brake bias. And that was it. So, see how this lap was done? We're talking about it. You can just see how bad I screwed that up. Alright, gonna make our way into 1, and I'm gonna slow mo the minute we get past the start finish because I'm looking here on the right. Let me pause it real quick. You see those NASCAR logo without the NASCAR sign? See what I'm saying there? And the red square? That's what I'm kind of looking at. We're looking for one of the last ones before we get into the break, so pretty deep. There's this one, and we're looking sort of in between. You can see I'm about right in the middle of this one and the one that we just passed back here. See that, am I right? Right in the middle of that. You can kind of use the left wall whenever the grass ends on your A-pillar. That's where you're hard on the brakes. Not too hard or you'll just die, and not too out to the outside or you'll die on lap 1 at least. So let me slow-mo that. Use some brakes. We're going to trail brake, so as we turn in, less brake we'll use. To eventually we'll get it to roll. It's pretty on edge here. You can kind of see I'm kind of hesitant to turn, and I kind of butchered everything, but you see I'm rolling at this point. Once I'm done doing my maximum amount of turning, that's what's happening. Once I get it to point down, I'm getting on the throttle. Not too hard, or again, you'll just spin the wheels off the corner because of the transition. Onto the back straightaway, and into 3, we're looking at the right again this time. On the Xfinity logo in this black box. Once I'm pretty much past it, I'm braking hard, then turning in. See right there, I'm pretty hard on the brakes. The car, I turned in early because the car didn't respond, therefore that's why I said that. So again, trail braking, trying to get it all the way down to the yellow line. You can see I failed miserably at that, and that's why I kind of locked up the left front wheel. You can see once I get it to turn again, I kind of had to force it there. I'm on the throttle pretty hard. If you hit the line right, you can get on the throttle harder than I did there, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I know it's not the most in-depth track guide, and kind of been slacking lately, but hopefully that'll change when we get to the Glen, and hopefully that'll be better. Anyways, some recent tweets,